My fat ass.
So I woke up at 3 in the morning. This was, I believe it was on Monday. I was going to get some work done. Right. So I'm in the bathroom, cleaning up, brushing my teeth. I fart, and I shit my pants. Mind you, this was about, a week after the 9/11 incident? The 911?
There was no stabbing pains on this one?
No, I just thought I was going to push out a nice, loud, tight fart. You know those ones? They feel good. They sound good.
It's like a trumpet.
Yeah, so I'm sitting there, and I'm like, okay, I think I just shit myself. So I sit down on the toilet, and I look down into my underwear. I pull them down to my ankles, and there's 2 little diarrhea stains. So I had to throw my underwear out.
Well, I would say you sharted yourself. Yeah, I wouldn't call that shit.
But
Straight up
this
shart.
this is the disturbing part. Rocky's laying there next to me. He follows me everywhere. And I'm looking, I take my underwear off completely, and I put it on the floor in front of me. And I move the underwear a little bit, and there's a shit stain. Like a droplet of blood, if somebody was bleeding and it fell onto the ground. Brown diarrhea on the tile, about the size of a quarter.
Someone's got to clean that up.
I was cleaning up a shit stain on the tile at about 3:15 in the morning, about a week after 911.
Dude, that's crazy. I went to the bathroom the other day, and I went to sit down, and I noticed that there was a huge shit scrape on the front of the toilet. Now, normally, if you take a shit and it's not a proper shit, it'll leave a shit scrape on the back of the toilet by the water.
Yes.
This was as if this gentleman had a tail. He was growing a tail. It was still attached, and he scooted all the way up to the front of the toilet seat and then wiggled his behind and cut it off. And the whole front of the toilet seat on the inside was smeared with poop.
Was this at your place of employment?
I'm going to say yes. It was dirty and disgusting, and it was shit. And speaking of fucking shit, Brian Jackson's here with his new top 5, because his old top 5 was shit. Now let's go back. Let's go back and reminisce on the. I believe it was
The gangster movies.
the 311 podcast. What was it?
It was the
United.
the United 3411, I believe
411.
the flight number was. I don't know.
Who cares?
I don't remember anymore. Nobody even remembers anything about that anymore.
Yeah, nobody does, but we do.
Yeah.
And we remember the horrendous top 5 gangster movies. Now we have a
Witness.
witness to. I mean, Kyle, you're pretty knowledgeable in gangster movies, right?
No.
No, he's not. Okay.
I like them, but I honestly, I couldn't. Yeah, no, I couldn't tell you I was that knowledgeable.
It's a very manly thing.
This was
To appreciate them,
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah.
This was 5 to climax, Brian Jackson. The Departed, Blow, Pulp Fiction, Snatch, and Reservoir Dogs.
Maybe one gangster movie, possibly. I'll give you Reservoir Dogs, because that was kind of gangster, but you can do better. You can do better, my friend.
Okay, let me give you my revised list here. All right?
Redemption.
Thought about this for a long time, guys.
Okay,
And,
okay.
my revised list is
Another-
The Departed, Blow, Pulp Fiction, Snatch, and Reservoir Dogs.
Another name, a revised is another word for fucked up, right?
No. It means I thought about it, and I was like, am I a man or am I a bitch that when my friends go, you need to choose a different top 5, I go, okay, guys, I'm going to go do that now. No.
Well, we were just.
I'm a man, and I stick with my top
There we
5.
go.
Well, you were wrong. We all know you were wrong. And
Hey,
I love
chose the
Departed.
wrong movie, sir.
Departed is great.
one of my favorites.
The Departed is a great.
Great.
But I
that's
mean,
not a gangster movie.
I mean,
It is a
They're,
gangster
they're
movie.
gangsters, right?
yeah,
Are
but
they
it's
not
Based
gangsters?
off of what's
they're
his
just
nuts, who
assholes.
was a gangster.
Jack
though.
Nicholson, a gangster.
He's not a gangster.
Whitey Ford is the
Bulger.
loosely
Was it Whitey
based
Bulger?
character. Yeah.
he's a fucking pitcher for the New York Yankees back in the 50s and 60s.
Is it Whitey Bulger?
Bulger.
Whitey Bulger.
But that was Black
Yeah.
Mass.
Whitey Ford played the blues.
No, that was like the more true depiction of his life story.
Right.
But the character that Jack Nicholson played, I think, was loosely based off of.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. I didn't
Like
know that.
loosely. You know?
It was nothing like Goodfellas.
No, I mean you got
That's a
Goodfellas,
gangster movie.
You got
That was
Casino.
gangster.
You
There's
got
no
a Bronx
gangster.
Tale.
That'd be top of the list for me.
Yeah,
Goodfellas.
you got The Godfather. You
1,
got
2, and 3.
Miller's Crossing, Mobsters. I mean,
Bronx Tale,
Bronx Tale, that was good.
go Bronx
Tale
Tale.
was good, yeah.
Casino, Scarface.
I don't know if you guys can hear my eye rolling. But it's
No, but
happening.
I can see.
Oh, okay.
And it's offensive. Much like your top 5.
Sorry, guys. I like what I like. Got to keep it.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna have a list of cars that's gonna be disappointing to people because I don't know shit. You know,
This might be your last go.
I like
on the
cars,
podcast.
but
This might be your last go.
Mine
Enjoy
are
it.
all pretty much going to be luxury.
I won't put Prius in that list. I promise.
Thank God.
Yeah. I might drive one for the expenses purposes, but
You won't tell
I
anybody.
won't
though.
tell anyone.
exactly.
Hell no. Yeah. Deep tinted windows.
So is that-
Illegal tint.
Today I was at Costco, and we go to pull in this one fucking parking spot, and there's a giant Costco shopping cart. Wedged in ever so fucked up, so when you get your car right up to that spot, you hit it. And we hit it. So I took a picture of it and I posted it. I don't fucking get it, dude. What the fuck is so hard about walking 10 feet and putting that shit back? I don't get it.
Well, it's 120 degrees out.
Bullshit.
They're on blacktop pavement. They're hot. They're lazy. They're fat. They're Americans.
That's 10 excuses.
You put all that together,
are all
and
bad.
you got a cart sitting in the middle of the parking lot.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's the recipe right there.
It's the worst. It's the worst thing.
I saw the
Nothing
picture.
boils me more than laziness, and that's all it is fucking laziness.
You know what boils me?
Hot water?
Bill Maher.
Oh,
And for all you cocksuckers out there listening to his podcast, why don't you move on over here, okay?
We're
'Cause
better.
We want to jump him in the ratings in iTunes, and we're getting close. We're gonna go ahead of
I
him.
think you guys have a shot now after that whole.
Yeah,
house and big words thing. Yeah.
Big words.
yeah. We got a lot of steam going. You know what I'm saying? But some people are saying we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for God. Okay.
Or Scott Brody.
Is that a segue?
That is the nice segue.
Yeah.
The only reason why we're here is because of Scott Brody.
He
Yeah.
designs webs.
Two Schmucks and a Mic is brought to you by Brody Web Design. Brody Web Design is your expert in web designing, programming, mobile apps, SEO, video animation, and much more. Go to Brody Web Design, get your fucking business started today, or go fuck yourself and be poor the rest of your life, you cocksucking fuck.
If you want to understand that, rewind it and play it slow.
That's all you got to do. That's it. We'll hop up on whiskey tonight.
Yeah.
We'll find Brent Westbrook, too. If you don't, I'll fucking kill you.
And Retro Cornhole still making cornholes out there for everybody. Go check them out on the interweb.
Yeah, we're hoping for a pro bono.
Yeah, we're in the works. We're in the works with some deals. So yeah, that's
So
good
we can
stuff.
show it off at our sites that we go to. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's gonna
It'd be great advertising. God or no God? That is the question.
or maybe.
Yeah.
I think it's
yeah, maybe.
Yeah. It's like when you were a kid and you write those notes. It says, I like you, do you like me? Check 1, yes or no.
And then you write in
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, then why don't they just make a fucking sign in the bathrooms, man, woman, or
Maybe.
Or maybe. What's your pronoun? I'm not sure.
right?
So I guess it's open to interpretation, right? Or because God is different to everybody else, and to different people. You know.
That makes sense to me.
It's based off religion, right? Is that what God is based off of?
I think God was around long before, or the idea of God was around long before organized religion.
Well, of course.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Or many gods, too.
See,
I think they
yeah.
probably looked at God a long time ago, before any organized religion, as more of the universe sort of thing.
Yeah.
They probably looked at it in a more deeper spiritual sense, and they weren't asking you for money either.
No, well, like the pagans,
And they weren't.
We're
telling
all
you
about
can't
the
drink
earth.
coffee.
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
their god was the earth.
Yeah.
and
It's the,
she gave
the
you stuff.
Gaian concept, right?
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
I could totally get behind that because if you're back in those days where you're living in tents and hunting your food and shit like that, that is probably the best possible scenario that you could have. Is you're on this place, you don't know why you're here, you don't know where the fuck you came from,
You need hope.
but the earth is giving you something, yeah, and it helps you. So, yeah, to me that's the best religion out there is the way the pagans did it. Now they get a little crazy with their ceremonies and shit, but there's a lot of fucking. It's all suspect in my eyes. But if I had to pick one, that's the one I'm going with.
The pagan religion.
Yeah.
I'm not picking any religion because I think they're all a fucking scam.
Yeah, I gotta be with you.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere near that shit. No one's gonna tell me what I can and can't do, okay? Because of some fucking thing they've made up. I can't drink coffee,
What about the old lady?
right?
She's gonna tell you what to do, right?
Well, my wife is, yeah. But I can't drink coffee.
Or you'll burn.
Yeah.
You'll burn in hell.
I can't have sex before marriage. What are they trying to do? And this all goes back to the Illuminati. It goes back to the organized fucking...
Religion.
No, just organized, what's the word I'm looking for, Kyle? An
No
organized
clue.
society, an organized society.
Yeah, society. Yeah.
That-
Civilization.
Yes,
Civilized.
that has been doing this since day one.
Yeah. Well, I read a book. I think I talked to you about this before. Forget the name of it, but it sounds extremely boring, but it was about the printing press. And people in the church were the only people that knew how to read. So they wouldn't teach anybody else how to read, just out of the fact that that's power that they would be giving up. So they read the Bible, and they told the people, hey, this is what this says. Respect me because I know.
Didn't Martin Luther
Yep.
sort of do the same thing?
He's
Yeah.
the one that got
Yeah.
not crucified literally, but they hated him for
Yeah.
that because he was pretty much liberating these people from their chains of religion that these priests were holding them to.
Verbal
and it-
dogma. That's
yeah,
all it
that's
was.
exactly right. Yeah. It's crazy, and that's what it's all about. It's all about power. It's all about control, and
Yep.
it's not about having relieving something greater than yourself and doing something good for other people. It was all about just control.
Yeah, of course. That's what it is. Dude, I was talking to this guy today, and we went into a conversation, and he was telling me some stuff. And you know how you don't think of this stuff until somebody brings something up? And
Yeah.
you're like, holy shit,
Oh, yeah.
that sounds
Yeah.
fucking legit.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, that plane that went down that in Malaysia or whatever, remember that plane a couple years ago
disappeared.
that they still haven't
Who
found?
could forget that? It was televised. Constantly.
Yeah, he was like, dude, you know why that plane? I mean, he doesn't know. He's just, it's his opinion.
Speculate.
Somebody on that plane knew something. So
Like
the
the truth
society,
about whether or not God existed?
no, anything. Knew something really important.
Oh, yeah.
And
Take it all.
the 0.5%, we're taking these people out. We're taking this guy out. We're getting rid of the plane. Innocent people, whatever, they're going. This guy needs to go.
See, I can't get
It's
behind
called
that. Because I
collateral
think
damage,
if
dude.
you have
Yeah.
that much power to do that,
do.
there's a lot better way to do that than taking out a whole plane.
They don't care about that, though.
I mean, I have to agree with that. Like there's probably that guy's taking a shit. You can take him out like that.
Exactly.
In the comfort
Why
of
take
his
out a
own
whole
home.
plane?
Yeah.
Huh?
But
maybe there's
who
other
knows?
reasons too.
Who knows though? You could be right. He could have a lot of security, a lot of backup, and you just can't reach him. So you got to take down a whole fucking plane.
Fucking plane, dude.
Yeah.
9/11.
Yeah, that could happen, but there's a lot of airplanes crashing out there.
Look,
Does every
another
one have a
episode.
fucking guy on
Another
it?
episode.
No,
That
whole
is
nother
another
episode,
episode.
dude.
But the thing is,
Yeah.
with these things, these conspiracies or whatever, the government's not behind it. People think the government's behind it. They're not. They don't know about any of this shit. And if somebody does, they go down.
Is there a secret society then?
Of course,
Is that
there
what
is.
you're
They're the
saying?
ones running the show. The
Are you
government.
talking Illuminati?
Yeah, the government's just the pawn put there, dude. It's the distraction, just like the media. You think the TV was just invented for entertainment? Fuck no. It was invented to brainwash everybody.
Do they believe in God?
Who?
The people we're talking about?
No, they believe in money, and that's what I believe in.
Do they believe in religion?
You guys, you know Alex Jones, right?
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know if I'm supposed to like throw names out there like that.
do
I
whatever
don't
you
know.
want.
Yeah.
We don't
Did
give
you hear his?
about the Connecticut shooting?
No. About like he has this idea of what the secret society is and what they're about,
Yeah.
and it's this crazy. I couldn't even explain it because Alex Jones is out of this fucking world.
Yeah, he is.
Dude, he's nuts.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
totally is
he's-
nuts, and you got to hear his theory on what it is.
Is he nuts though? We could sit
That's
here.
the thing. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You don't know.
You know,
it
half
could
of
be
the
a
time
character.
his
You
shit
could be a
comes
character.
to
It could be
fruition.
him.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, he's got the documents. He's got.
He's got
have
documents.
the
dude.
documents.
He's got
Okay.
documents and insiders. And yeah.
Maybe he doesn't have documents, but do these people have documents that Jesus and God is real?
They say
Right?
that.
And they have
Commandments,
100 million.
I don't
billion
understand
people
the like
believe in it.
documents in a secret society. Why the fuck would you keep?
There
certain
are no documents.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Kyle,
wouldn't-
there's
it would all be verbal. I would
supposed
just
to
be
be
like, hey,
secret.
kill that guy.
Yeah.
That's it. You know, Steve, fucking kill him.
Yeah,
That's it.
in nature.
Yeah,
They're
let me
not
write
doing
it down, a full
yeah.
report. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not doing it in some room, you know. And if they are, they're doing it like this.
He's writing on a
It's
piece
a
of
dry
paper.
erase board, so you can erase it right afterwards.
Right.
It says, kill him.
Yep.
Just like Jesus on the cross.
I believe in Jesus. I do.
Like that he was a
believe he
real
was a person?
human being.
Yes.
I do too.
Yes.
Yeah. That's not.
I believe it. I believe in the Bible, but I don't believe anything it says.
I think that it is. I think it's meant to be a book of lessons. I think it's meant to.
It's been changed.
Of
numerous
course,
times.
I think that the stories in it might have some sort of kind of truth, kind of like how myths do. They're based on some kind of a truth, but then it's warped to make it into a lesson, a life lesson for people. Because I'm sorry, not every story that happens is a life lesson. Sometimes shit just happens,
Yeah.
and you can't make it into something that it's not. And that's the ultimate thing that religion, or organized religion, does, is it makes things that aren't real.
And they're
real.
not to be taken verbal or for fucking Batum.
Yeah.
They're not.
That's true.
Ain't to be taken Batum.
Don't take Batum.
I mean, look at fucking Joel Osteen. You talk about a criminal?
Have you ever watched that guy like talking?
Yes, I have.
Dude, looking all the time.
Yeah, it's insane. Dude. I think it's what is that called? Morse code? I think it's Morse code to the reptilian race at the same time.
Yeah, these people are crazy. And then you got all those people and they're believing in them. Dude, are people this fucking stupid and
They
weak?
need something to believe
You
in.
know,
Yeah.
that's what it is that I think that all humans are just born with this empty void that we have to fill. And we feel it, and everyone feels it some way, somehow.
Yeah.
And a lot of people they're ignorant. And ignorant is not a bad word, it just means you have a lack of knowledge in something. And people will just latch on to an idea, especially if it's something that you get taught to you or preached to you when you're young and impressionable.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what
You're going to be a
embedded.
lifelong devotee of some crazy idea and concept.
Well, it's the blessing and the curse of self-actualization. That's what separates us from the animals, is we think past our primal needs. We think,
Yep.
okay, why are we
Yeah.
here? What's the reason? You know?
Yeah, no,
Wow,
that's a very
man.
true statement. though, yeah.
Sorry, I got
man.
No, you know what though? I like what Kyle said with the ignorant thing because I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, well, these words are made up. Like ignorant was made up and it was put towards something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So who the fuck can even call you ignorant? Right?
Yeah. Someone
If
who's
you-
not ignorant, someone who's knowledgeable in something.
But the most knowledgeable people are fucking ignorant.
Very true.
You know
dude.
what I'm
oh,
saying?
Yeah. No.
So
yeah.
it's like when somebody calls you a name, that's why I don't take shit personally.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, dude, whatever.
I do because there's intent behind that
It
fucking
depends who
mumble.
it is. It depends.
Yeah,
Who it is. If it's
yeah.
a friend and they just fucking get mad at me and they say something, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If it's someone I don't know, you don't fucking know me. So I mean, don't be saying that shit. But if you're a friend, you get a pass all the time.
That's what makes it fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I do have a beef with my dad's side of the family grew up in the Pentecostal church, and that's if anyone's unfamiliar, that's the one where they run around the aisles, speak in other tongues, and go crazy.
Are they like the snake people too?
Not snake,
You
no.
know what
it's
I'm talking about? though? No, there's like certain.
I know what you're talking
yeah,
about, but
like
it's not-
Southern Baptist or whatever.
yeah.
And I don't know.
I think it's Creole too.
I was telling you earlier, I don't know shit about stuff like that.
Yeah, well, the Pentecostal religion, my beef with that is one, the coaching of it all. I mean, there was kids that were 8, 9, 10 years old in the church that were being coaxed into speaking in other tongues, and I think it all stems from, as far
Control,
as the kids
dude.
go. Well, yes, and the fact that they want to make, they're wanting to make their parents happy, and the parents are wanting to make the pastor happy, and they think that they're I don't even know how to explain this.
I think that's glossolalia. Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Where you
I think
speak in
so.
tongues.
Yeah. But and
But
then there's also the
Verbatim.
there's also the cadence of the pastor. It's almost hypnotic.
Oh, yeah,
We gotta get down and get on our knees.
sounds
and
like Chris Rock. That's how Chris Rock does his
Yeah,
stand-up. Very
or,
preacher-like. But
what's his name? Sam Kinison. Sam Kinison was the same way.
Yeah.
I thought Kennison was like.
But his cadence was very
Yeah,
preacher-like.
was it?
Yeah.
The whole thing with fucking, there's so many loopholes in religion.
Tons, dude.
Like, what about the Indians, the Native Americans? They were here on America before America was America.
Long
They were
before.
doing their thing. They were dying. They were living. They didn't know shit about Jesus. Where do they go when they die? Because according to, the Christian religion, they all go to hell because they don't believe in Jesus.
Yeah, well,
Where the fuck did they go?
that's what happened. That's why there was a genocide against them. That's why there were millions and millions and millions and millions of them that were slaughtered.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
Like, that
Christians,
is the greatest slaughter of a type of people ever.
and they talk about the Muslims. Don't get me wrong.
Muslims are great people.
Yeah, I don't like any of these fucking people.
It's
Well, it's not that I don't like
It's the
them.
religions that you don't like.
Exactly.
The
Thank
people
you.
It's
are
their
on a
ideology.
personal
I need Kyle on
level.
every night, so he can have my back like that. You're right. It is. It's fucking. The media wants you to hate the religion. That's what it is.
The
Same
media?
with the cops. They want you to hate the cops.
Yeah.
They want anarchy in the
Another
fucking.
topic for
Yeah.
another day. Yeah, God, man.
Isn't that next week? I think
Yeah,
we're
it
doing the
is.
cop
Yeah.
one next week. But that's what the media and the secret society or whoever it is running the show wants to divide the country. They're happy when it's divided. That's why Trump got elected, because they wanted everything divided.
I think it goes back to what you said in the beginning. It's a diversion.
It's a total diversion from what's really going on.
Yeah, the Confederate flag thing was a whole fucking diversion.
That's a scam.
You know, it was
dude.
like
Oh, like trying
Obama
to get
was
rid of
pushing
it or
bills
something?
through
Or trying
left
to
and
ban
right.
it? How can you ban something like that?
Yeah, well, because it was so outrageous. Everybody was concentrated on it, and then
Yeah.
Obama's slinging fucking bills through
Right,
the
that's
whole
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
No one
yeah.
even knew until it was done, because they're worried about some fucking flag that's history.
It's always
by the
something
way.
so stupid and trivial. It totally is, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the craziest thing is that people buy into it, though.
Yeah, dude.
And not
I
just,
did.
Not just like a few people, not 100,000 people,
Yeah.
not even 1 million people. What are there, like 350 million people in the
In
U.S.
America,
alone?
yeah.
At
Something
least.
like that,
Yeah.
We're not even counting like illegals or whatever.
Well,
but-
I think only 60 million voted.
Yeah.
I think that was the tally.
and that's not like who could vote. It's a much higher number of people who could actually
well,
vote.
you're right, and there's a lot, but there's a lot of people that are babies who can't vote.
A lot of people didn't like their choices either.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like the choices. But I mean, dude, what are the choices? You shouldn't like any choice.
They're
They're all criminals.
That's bullshit though. Like the choices that we had was a facade.
But
Those are the out of
who else do you want? Who else do you trust? Nobody.
no one.
So it doesn't matter who gets in. If Hillary would have got in, I would have been like, oh, fuck, I really wanted a dude. You know what I'm saying? Like a businessman. But she's in, fuck it. I'm going to have to deal with it for 4 years. I'm not going to go out.
That's an amazing way to look at it.
You
You
know,
know
you
how many
have
people
to.
are like, I'm gonna. They just lose their
They
shit.
lose their mind
Yeah.
over something these people don't care about you.
Yeah,
What
no.
the fuck is your protest
you
going to
care
do?
so much about
Nothing.
that?
Nothing.
But then you got Soros. Is he paying these guys off? You got all these companies. There's companies out there that do this.
That's who's in charge. Right here.
Companies.
That's who's in charge.
They
Yeah.
can
Money.
hire people to go out and cause problems.
More money, more problems.
That's it.
It's a song because it's true.
Mo money, mo problem.
And then everyone's
Is that
arguing
Puff
on
Daddy?
Facebook. You lose friends because of this. You're like, how can I be friends with somebody who voted for him?
Yeah.
How can I be? How can I be friends with this guy who voted
The
for Hillary?
divide that happened during
Right?
that whole thing, man, that
yeah,
was so
people were-
crazy.
Yeah, that was
Well,
dumb.
It happened in the previous election. Obama and Mitt Romney or whatever it was. Same fucking thing. Not as bad.
Because social media wasn't as prevalent back then.
Yeah, but I mean, it happened.
Yeah.
You know, I was screaming at Rob at the fucking Christmas party.
This last
Bet
Christmas
you
party.
guys didn't show up to. You go to all of them, but this
Yeah, I was really.
Oh, I was there.
really busy.
I was there.
I was busy that day.
I would have met you.
He was washing his hair that night.
yeah.
Yes.
No, I was screaming at Rob. I'm like, Rob, who'd you
I
vote
was
for?
washing my socks, man.
You know, and he told me Hillary. I'm like, dude, are you fucking serious? I mean, don't vote if you were thinking.
That
vote.
sucks because that's how I felt. I felt that was my only option
Would
because
you-
I didn't like.
Would you go Johnson?
No, I'm an asshole.
Oh,
I'm an asshole. I didn't vote, man.
okay. Well, that's good.
I couldn't. Like I
don't
couldn't bring
mind
I couldn't bring myself to go fucking skip a day of work where I'm totally comfortable just hanging out, shooting shit, searching. I mean, I work at work. Sorry, I don't just sit on the internet.
Yeah.
But I couldn't see myself leaving to go vote for people who were seriously like fake candidates.
I think that way too. Like, why am I going to vote next election?
But I get a lot of heat for not doing it because it's like I'm giving it
I know
away
my
or something
dad,
like
my
that.
dad gives me heat if I
No,
don't
I'm
vote.
not giving it away.
And another thing, What the hell have I done so wrong that I burn in hell for eternity?
Yeah, dude.
That's a hell of a sentence, my friend.
Yeah. Well,
That's
I used to
forever.
be told by my mom. Oh shit. My mom will never listen to this.
I'm gonna send it to her.
Send her the link. Yeah.
I'm gonna send her email.
My mom. This is how bad it can be, and I love my mom, and I think she's moved past these sort of concepts or way of thinking. But my mom used to tell us things as kids, like if you lie, because we'd get in trouble. Did you break the vase or whatever kind of bullshit?
Yeah.
And no, mom. If you lie, you're gonna go to hell.
Yeah, she's
My
still
mom would look
fearing
me dead in
Yeah.
my eyes and say that. The person that I'm supposed to trust more than anyone on the planet Earth would say things like, I'm gonna die in the worst inferno permanently,
Oh,
eternally,
brutal.
infinitely.
Good for
Your
her.
mom was the church.
Your mom's
My
idol.
mom was
and
the church.
you were the peasants
Yep.
back
Oh,
in the
yeah.
day.
I would
Yeah.
tell my kid the same thing.
Yeah.
But you're coming from a different place. You're just trying to put him in his place and teach him about lying. You don't give a shit about the whole religious concept.
Was she very religious?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I grew up in the Mormon church, which it's acceptable to call it Mormon now, but when I was growing up, if you were called a Mormon, it was derogatory.
Dude, I grew
Yeah.
up Baptist.
LDS?
Yeah,
Had to
it's
be
Latter-day
You can't
Saints.
fucking talk anymore. You're offending anybody. You say thugs now, I guess it means the N-word,
You have to say urban.
right?
Yeah, you have to
No,
say
that's
urban.
too white.
I know.
That's way too white.
It's ridiculous. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Isn't that reverse racism anyway? Like
Yeah.
You're trying so hard not to say the wrong thing that you're saying something else, but everyone else
That's
knows that you
that's
mean the
guilt.
other thing.
That's like a weird guilt right
It
there.
is.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
saying
not
that
into
all
that.
urban people are black, which is wrong.
It's
There are
totally
plenty
wrong.
of people
If
that
I
live
won
in
the
urban
fucking
areas that
Powerball-
aren't black.
Yeah, if I won the Powerball, I'd be in an urban city.
Yeah, that just makes you sound
Manhattan.
stupid.
I'm as white as just driven snow.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck.
Well, you're white.
No, listen. God, the whole thing with God and religion, it was put in place to control people and make society a more tolerable place. Because think about it, dude. If they release the aliens, which they have, which will be on the next show, the whole religious thing is going to be fucking
they're
going
gone.
crazy.
Yeah.
So now society's going to be like anarchy. Well, fuck. If there's no God, I can do whatever the fuck I want, not have to pay any consequences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it's all here. It's all fake, people. Go fuck yourselves.
Especially back in those times when there really wasn't a law
Yeah.
to come in and make people
Religion.
accountable.
Religion was law.
Yeah.
Yeah, it absolutely was
yeah,
law.
that book
man.
I read was amazing, dude. I was prepared to be bored,
Yeah.
but I was like, fuck, dude. And then once people started printing books and knowledge started getting out there, like, because books was everything. That was how you.
That's what
that
this
was
is.
information.
That's what the internet is. It's
Yeah.
the next revolution or the next step in books.
Yeah.
But it's just so much. It's high speed, light speed knowledge, and everyone has access to it. So everyone who's still really fixated on their church, do some research. Do some research. But they have to hold on to faith. That's another one of those.
Faith
crutches.
is another word for hope.
Or crutch. I think it can be a crutch.
Yeah.
Hugely a crutch because they won't even go research. Anything.
Hope is a bad word.
Yeah.
I really think hope is a bad word. I think it's
Hope means
look,
you don't know.
Hope is you're giving up, and
Yeah.
you're just gonna put it in the hands of something that doesn't exist.
Yeah. I'm not living like that.
Yeah.
That's not how I'm fucking wired.
I agree with you.
Take
dude.
charge,
I
yeah.
was. I'm gonna sit here and tell you guys right now, this is a cleansing, because I used to believe in all this shit. You know me. With my
I grew up in the
politics back
Baptist
past,
church. I'm right with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm totally different now, dude. Because I'm
Because you
growing
started
up.
doing some research,
No,
man.
not that. It's just my brain.
Common
It's just-
sense
yeah,
fucking
it's
set
just,
in.
I see shit, and it's like,
Yeah, it just takes a little tiny fragment of piece of
Yeah.
information for it to just, go through your brain, you process it, and you're like, oh,
I was
whoa, and you have that
I was that way.
epiphany.
I thought like that. What the
You know,
fuck am I
honestly,
doing?
what it was for me, dude, is when I really started listening to a bunch of podcasts. I
Well, two
started,
Schmucks and a Mic brought you back
Of
home.
course,
Yeah.
that. But I mean, just,
brought you back down to earth.
But just listening to podcasts and hearing stuff and be like, is that true? Wait a second, no. Or just that's not what I thought that was, and then going and actually looking it up, like that has opened my eyes so much more.
So yeah, the information. It's just
Information,
out
yeah.
there. For me, it was everything I do, I'm 100% in. Well, I'm involved with my lady. I'm 100% into that. I do it. I'm just all in. So if I'm going to be religious and believe in God, I'm going to be all in. And I just don't know if this person or thing exists. So how can I be all in? How can I go to church? How can I just change everything that I'm doing now and be all in? Because if you're not all in, you shouldn't be fucking doing it. That's how I see it.
I agree with that.
You know what I mean?
I totally agree with
I'm
that.
not
That's
gonna
one of the.
believe in God just because when I die I might burn in hell.
Yeah.
I
right.
might.
Right.
That's the wrong reason to
Chris is
be
bringing
involved.
it home right now.
That's one of the biggest
So-
problems with people
Yeah.
in religion is the hypocrisy.
That's
And
the
I'm not going to go into crazy detail about it because I know on personal levels certain people that I just watch their hypocrisy and it's just insane because it totally conflicts with what their church preaches to them.
Yeah, they just
I mean,
pick
first
and
of all,
choose what they want.
why are they
from
dressing
religion.
up to look so pretty to go to church? Aren't you supposed to go there for worship, to worship your God and whatever? What the fuck does it matter what you're wearing?
Yeah, they should be
I
going
can
to
do that
Why
shit
does
in
that
rags.
matter? How many girls are like going in? Sorry, girls, feminists,
Yeah,
whatever.
they-
but it's true. You sometimes
Yeah,
they
most
go
of the
in there
time.
and they're all wearing their lacy underwear
Yeah, like they're going
underneath
to-
at church, dude. What the fuck? And you know why they're wearing it? Just saying. That's
hey,
my idea of
I'm here.
hypocrisy.
Yeah, well, they're going to do a porn.
Got
That's
my
it.
perky tits
God bless.
wrapped up in here.
Yeah,
Real nice.
how many people do you see like in church that are concerned with their own aesthetics? They're getting, like plastic surgery and stuff like that. I bet you Joel Osteen has probably had work done on his fucking eyeballs then.
You know who everybody should be looking up to is porn stars. Okay, they get a bad rap.
Yeah, they do.
They're fucking on TV, on video.
Yeah.
Who
Young, impressionable girls.
Yeah, who has the balls to do that?
Broken people.
Dumb.
They're not broken.
Yeah,
They're
like-
beautiful
No,
people.
God love them.
I do.
They're people.
But
They're people.
they're broke.
Yeah.
They're broke. Most of them are broke.
How in the fuck?
Yeah, they don't get paid at
The
all.
women do. The guys do.
They don't get paid either. They get like $500 to do an anal scene.
There you
with
go.
a giant rod that's gonna make them bleed on camera too.
That's good. Bleed
Yeah, they love
it's
it.
good. It brings it.
Yeah, they do it 'cause they love it.
To each their own. To each their own.
But no,
But-
it's art. Pornography's art, and we're gonna be doing a show on it.
Yeah, I love porn.
Oh
Well, what else am I going to beat off to? Straight up.
The JCPenney magazine.
Yeah, the Victoria's Secret.
I broke it in years ago. That's old news.
Oh, that's what it was. If you want to talk about like what we would have to use back then, it was the Victoria's Secret magazines.
Oh, okay.
Or brochures or whatever they were.
So
yeah.
speaking of which,
Catalog.
my friend, every person on the podcast gets asked this question: when and how was your first orgasm?
Oh my God, I don't know. I was probably like, as soon as I could do it, it probably happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
Explain.
Yeah.
Explain.
I don't.
Go
I
into
honestly
detail.
couldn't remember.
Couldn't remember?
No, it
It's
goes
usually a
back.
pinnacle point in a person's life.
Huh.
I remember it
I
vividly.
do. I remember mine.
No, because I probably did it like 10 times after that,
Yeah.
within like an hour probably.
And you were
And that probably continued for a long time. Yeah, as soon as testosterone fueled my system, I was probably just a rabid animal. Just
As soon as you knew you were backed up,
ferociously.
because
Yeah.
you could feel it.
Yeah, I was like,
You
this
wanted
has
to
been
let go.
sitting inside me forever. And I
And we're
had to
all
get it.
idiots because that just controls us. Everything's
Yeah, that's that
about
primal
you,
thing that
Brian?
he was talking about earlier.
What's that?
When was your first orgasm?
First one, jeez,
The
man.
one that broke the mold.
It was self-inflicted.
I'd hope so.
Yeah. I think it was with like I didn't know what I was doing. Like I think I was maybe 10.
So you didn't know you were jerking yourself?
I had no idea. I had
Yeah.
was a little. It was this little massager thing.
Yeah.
And it was like a ball, and you would like press on it, and it would vibrate. So I did it, and I was, and I didn't even know it. But I put it on my junk, and I'm like, oh, that kind of feels good. So then like eventually I like started. I'd put it on it, and then I would start stroking it
All right.
with it, and then that's how eventually that
The
happened.
explosion.
And I'm pretty sure I was on the floor of my bathroom in Tracy, California,
In tears.
and just like
Tears of joy. Tears of
yeah.
joy, yeah.
Well, they weren't tears; it was semen on my face. The first one is wow. And I didn't even know what was going on. I thought I was peeing, to be honest with you. 'Cause I had no idea. I thought I was peeing, and I was like, this is awesome. I did it so much, man. That little massager thing broke, and it was all sticky and smelly. Oh, it was terrible.
That brings up a story. I'm going to tell a story about that. And the girl that's listening, because I know she listens, was the one that this happened with. So I'm going to bring it back up. I'm having sex with her, right? She's riding me. I'm on the ground. We're on the floor. We're not on a bed. And I'm like, all right, hop off. I'm about
I'm
to
getting
bust.
aroused.
Right?
Is
This is
this
good
normal?
stuff.
Yeah.
I'm about to bust. So she hops off.
I'm about to bust.
Hops off and starts jerking me off, right? The cum shot out, and I saw it. No, literally, I fucking
Like a Saturn V rocket.
dude. I watched this shit go right into my face. I came on my own face.
Like slow motion. There's nothing you can do about it.
It was a rope. It was a rope, and it just went.
Was that the first time?
Oh, rope? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it was a rope. It was a rope.
That
First,
was the first time you orgasmed?
no. This was back in the day.
No, he formed a Nerf ball. He put a hole in it and fucked it.
You haven't heard that?
I haven't heard that.
Oh yeah, dude. So
I
I'm
was
sitting.
not that smart. There's no way I was that smart. I don't even know how I figured out how to jerk off.
I was a fucking genius, and I threw it all away. Oh,
It was on a previous podcast, but
dude, I don't know. I was like 7, maybe 8.
That's what I'm thinking. Is I had to be really
whenever
young.
you can nut. That's how old I was.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I
As soon
had
as my
the
balls formed. Right?
yeah. When the balls dropped and the nipples
They
popped.
didn't even have to drop. They
Yeah.
just as soon as they formed inside.
There it was.
Whatever. Yeah, I was probably ready to go.
You remember those? You remember those fucking Nerf hoops that we had in our bedroom that you put in your door and you close the door and you just shoot hoops?
Good
Well,
old
I
days.
had the ball, the Nerf ball.
Right.
It was purple. It was a female color.
you're nuts. Yeah.
And I take it and I go in the bathroom and I start taking the foam out of the middle of the ball.
I got a plan.
And I'm creating a hole, right? And I filled this whole ball with water. I soaked it with water. And I stuck my penis in the hole and I had sex with it. And I had an orgasm. I remember telling my buddy on his driveway, I'm like, dude, something happened to me. I don't know what it
You
was.
telling me you saw God?
Yeah, like this white stuff came out and
That's
it felt
God.
so good.
It changed my life.
Now, since it was purple, did you imagine a black chick or?
Oh, you talking about?
I know exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I've heard that term before though. Like
I've heard the purple pussy theory.
I've heard the purple.
Never-
taco.
It's not true.
That's what
I
it
don't
is.
think it's true.
It's not true.
I
It's a
just
joke,
haven't.
guys. Joke.
It's not true at all.
These are jokes, people.
These are jokes.
People don't get mad.
It's not true.
Not true.
Not true at all.
We tell white people jokes. We tell all kinds of jokes.
Right.
It comes from a real place. Let's just be honest. Sometimes.
Just like religion, comes from somewhere, guys.
And none of us believe it.
Yeah, it's a concept
We're
that
too
I just
smart
can't
for
wrap
that.
my head around. So
It's got to be what it is.
I would like to believe that there's something bigger out there. Because
I do.
this whole thing.
There is.
Right?
It's
So do
called
I.
It's called the universe,
Yeah.
man. I
Yeah.
mean, the fact that the universe exists.
This is what
That's
I believe.
intense.
This is what I believe right now. And laugh at me if you want. This is what I'm thinking. Have you ever like you were fucking so drunk you closed your eyes and you just started moving backwards?
Oh God,
oh,
yes.
not yet. It's why
Bad
I'm
This
days.
is this is
I
no,
don't think
but
anymore.
that feels good, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like before you throw up.
The spinning?
Yeah.
No, not the spinning. You just
It almost feels like you're doing backflips.
yeah, you just
Like
start
you're
you start moving back.
floating in some
Yeah,
pool.
something.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you die. When you die, something.
DMT is released when you die, and you probably have the
Dimethyltryptamine.
crazy- Yeah, dimethyltryptamine.
Yeah, you go on this thing and all of a sudden you're in the fucking outer space, you're in the universe.
Yeah,
Go in the shit.
DMT, man.
Right? And that's what you do for forever. Your little soul or whatever it is all in space. floating
Your
around.
consciousness, right?
That's all it is. Going here, going there, doing this, seeing this.
I
That's
think
what
it's just
think.
an electron. You just become a single electron that is conscious and aware, and you can literally, because electrons are like we're talking about quantum physics. They do things that aren't conceptually things that make sense to us. They are here, there, and everywhere at the exact same time.
And they disappear.
They come pop
They
in
reappear.
and out of existence.
You're in a body right now.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And when you die, you pop out.
Speaking of dying, I got a story. When I was in California,
You died.
we went spearfishing. My buddy Glenn and me. And
That sounds fun.
We kayaked out in the ocean, and I was fucking clear, and the waters were just beautiful. No rough things going on here.
No
we
rough
dive over.
seas.
We're doing the spearfishing, and we come up.
Are
and
you
it's
under when you're doing that?
Oh yeah, well, snorkeling,
awesome, dude.
So yeah, we would go down and try to fucking catch fish, and then we come back up, and it was a total opposite of a clear day. It was rough fucking waves coming at us. The sky was dim. It was fucking almost raining. It was hell on earth. It was time to move towards land. That's what time it
The
was.
water would turn brown around me.
Jesus Christ. I was fucking swimming, and we were far away from each other. So we finally met up, But every time I would come up above water, I would get blasted by a wave.
Oh, dude.
And then I would go back down, and I would come up, and I go, and that was it. And then bam, another wave. And then and bam, and this happened probably 20, 30 times, to the point of exhaustion. So finally, Glenn makes his way over to me, and we put our arms around each other, and we both propel. We swim together. We finally find the rock, and I get up on the rock, and the fucking waves are just beating down on my back. Bam, bam, but I'm not underwater. I'm just getting crushed by fucking waves. And finally, it goes down a little bit, and I got flippers on. Okay, so I start swimming towards land. I finally get to land, and I'm walking. I don't know if you ever walked with flippers on in the water.
Mm-hmm.
It's resistance to the max.
You're supposed to walk backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't do that.
Okay.
I didn't do that. I got to the beach, and I fell down on the little towel that we had underneath the tree, and passed out within seconds. And I had to recharge.
Oh yeah.
That was a death sentence. Like, you have no idea how the human body is willing to fucking just fight to survive. Like, you'll do anything to survive. I got hundreds of stories of me escaping death. Most of them from
I
me
think
doing
as
stupid
dudes,
shit.
I hope
Yeah.
as dudes that we all do, right?
And then the next day in that same area, some surfer got eaten by a shark.
Jesus Christ.
Imagine getting eaten by
the
a
water's
fucking
scary. I've been pounded before where I felt like, I think I'm gonna die, and this
No,
is gonna be
I-
terrible. Yeah,
I totally thought I was gonna die.
I'm 30 feet
I was
from
right
shore,
there.
and I'm gonna die right here.
Yeah.
Well, the water's
That
scary.
shit's scary, man.
Yeah.
When you get what is it, the undertow? I'm not really sure. When
Yeah,
you get recycled,
yeah, when you get caught into that,
dude.
yeah.
Oh my god, that shit is scary. And you push up, and you think you're to the top, and you're like, and you're not there because there's another wave coming down, and you're, oh man.
And
that,
you
that
just
shit
get
is so scary.
rolled up, and it's a
Yep.
tiny little wave too. It's
I
nothing.
know.
It's
So
nothing.
2 foot
that was
wave.
the closest you've been to death?
Well, there was another one. When I was a kid, I stole my dad's car because he was gone, and I went over to my friend Jeff's house, and I said, "Come on, let's go for a ride." So I got Jason Keppick in the back seat, Jeff MacArthur next to me, and I'm fucking swerving like an asshole, trying to scare him. I'm like a teenager,
You
know.
fucking prick.
Yeah, so I'm like, I almost scared you. And then he wanted to go to this girl's house, and I said, well, you drive because I don't know where she's at. Another dumb thing that I did. So he drives, and he's doing the same thing to me, swerving, trying to fucking scare me. He starts going really, really fast, probably 60, 70 miles an hour, and it just got done raining.
Oh.
So, yeah.
You had a slick.
So I'm like, dude, you need to fucking put the brakes on because we're coming up to a fucking intersection, and it's a T-bone, T intersection. So there's a guardrail just with our name on it. He fucking slams the brakes on, and we hydroplaned 150 feet right into the fucking thing. I wake up, and there's a fucking guardrail inches from my face,
Oh, you told me that one.
just there.
Yeah.
So I wake up, and I'm like, holy shit.
Did you sign it?
With my
Christmas
pinky.
here.
I hurt my pinky out of all that. The
dude.
guy in the back seat had his seatbelt on. He went underneath and landed on his face on the floor of the back seat. If you understand what I'm saying. So, and then the driver Jeff bit the fucking steering wheel.
Lost his teeth.
Yeah, he lost a few teeth. I was picking him up off the ground. I gave it to him, and he bit through his mouth.
Yeah.
You know, and finally I went to jail for that. And then
Oh, you should have.
yeah, I was an idiot. But the cop said if we were going 5, maybe 10 miles an hour
taking your
faster,
head right
we would
off.
have taken our head clean off.
Yeah, you wouldn't be sitting here with a microphone in your mouth.
No, I would be.
You'd
I'd
be
in the
floating
ether.
through the universe.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
be in the
You know,
ether.
you'd be having a good old time.
might be doing better.
The closest I came to death was induced by booze and marijuana.
Was
No,
it was
yeah, I
it a
got some-
psychological thing?
It was death. I drank
No psychedelics.
Dude,
you
I'm-
just
nope.
booze and
and weed.
weed.
I'm
Weed is there though.
Dude, I'm not making this shit up right now.
Powerful psychoactive.
I saw
substance.
Jesus Christ. Like, I saw him.
But you
I
don't
know
believe
I
him.
was wasted.
So was he like a white dude with blonde hair, blue eyes?
It
or
was
he
every-
like
it was
Middle
every-
Eastern.
Did he look like Chris?
No,
Yeah.
it looked like
Was he the blackest Jew?
no, it looked like the one you see
Yeah,
everywhere. So maybe it was
exactly.
like a
The
distinct-
archetype.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right. The handsome blue-eyed, blue.
Yeah,
you know.
beautiful supermodel. Yeah.
I had drank in 3/4 of a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Of course you saw Jesus.
No, I'm being serious. And I believe at the time I was 19, maybe 20 at most. This was back home. It's so weird how you can remember your most fucked up time. Can you guys remember the
On
time when you were
weed?
so
Yeah.
fucked up and you could remember shit?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what this was.
It's creepy.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I drank this out of the bottle. We went to this bar that we always go to because we had fake IDs. And we went in there and we're shooting pool and whatnot.
Oh, that's gonna stink.
And I'm drinking fucking Jack Daniels in the parking lot, right? And then my buddy, I won't mention names, he says, hey, why don't you smoke some weed? I'm like, well, why not? You know?
Yeah. Let's
So I
do that.
start smoking, I start taking pulls, right? So smell that shit?
That was me.
Smells like weed.
Oh. Well, you're welcome, I guess. I just burped.
I smell it too though, and I thought it was just in my head, or I thought it was.
That was weird.
I thought
that was
was
weird.
this.
So I'm
Be a
hammered, but it
combo.
doesn't hit you. You know, it doesn't hit you until like maybe an hour later that you're so fucking drunk. So my buddy's like,
When you start having like out of body experiences,
Dude, that's what it was.
disassociation.
Yeah, you see Jesus. But my buddy's like, I gotta take my girlfriend home. So we go take his girlfriend home, and when he walks into her, he parked right in front of her basketball hoop. So that night he left the lights on. Okay? He goes in. I'm sitting in the car. I see Jesus appear underneath the basketball hoop.
Did he have a robe on?
He had that white thing. He had like a white.
Yeah, like
Did he
the,
speak to you?
No,
was he just like standing there waving anything?
No.
nothing.
What
Just
about like the marks from the crucifixion?
What did you feel?
weightless?
Really?
I thought I was dead.
That's crazy though to get like that when you're drunk, even with
Yeah.
like the hybrid
Dude.
of weed.
And
Still.
the fact that you remembered it too.
Yes.
I believe you saw it.
That's what we're
I don't
weird.
think it was real.
No.
That's a lot of Jack Daniels.
Yeah, yeah.
You'll
If-
see some
Shit,
shit.
right?
I've
And
heard.
I'm not exaggerating with the Jack Daniels. I'm not, dude. I almost drank the whole bottle because I remember my buddy looking at it and it was like this much left.
You ever see that video of that
How I
guy
wasn't
that pounds
dead.
that whole bottle of Jack Daniels?
Yeah. Dude,
Have you
I've
seen it?
I've
That's
seen
fake.
people doing
It's
stuff
on
like that
YouTube if
before.
you want to pull it up, dude.
It's
That
fake.
shit's fucking.
it's
I've
fake.
probably
He
seen
cracks
it.
open the bottle brand new.
Nah, dude, he sealed it. I'm telling you right now, there's
Is he
no
like
way.
looks like a metalhead dude,
Yeah, like-
shaved
He
head?
looks Irish to me.
Maybe.
There's no, way
Scottish.
there's no way the human body could do that.
You could totally chug that shit down.
You die.
He puts a straw in it.
But yeah, the
Well, they didn't show
aftermath
it,
ain't
the
gonna be good.
aftermath.
Yeah. I used to drink heavily, and you probably know. I don't know. Maybe you've heard stories. You work with my wife, so I don't know. We've all known each other for a long time,
Yeah.
but yeah, I used to drink way too much, and I never got close to seeing God. I just would spin. I'd start spinning, then I'd see blackness.
Oh, Kyle was there when I almost got a guitar bashed over my back.
That was.
We were wasted.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, actually, I don't even. Did we even get started yet?
I didn't-
Probably.
yeah,
Probably.
I think
At least you guys lived there, so it was your residence. But
You got any relationship advice?
there's always. The stallion's gonna bring it home right here.
Yeah, please. Please tell me how to live my life. Tell me how to please the ladies.
You know
Please.
I will.
God damn it, I need some fucking advice.
God, there's so many fucking emails.
Oh, I got an email. Someone wrote in. Maybe we'll do it on the next one.
The fuck is this? Start talking about
What's up, Brian? You're real quiet over there.
Oh, I'm just listening, man.
Tell me a story.
we could go back to what you were talking about with the Bible, because that was interesting about
Yeah.
it being sort of mythology. Have you read any of Graham Hancock's work or listened to?
I haven't read it,
No,
but
of
I
him.
mean, I've listened to it. I mean, anytime he's been on Joe Rogan's podcast,
Yeah.
I've heard him, and
Yeah.
that's the extent of it.
How about Randall Carlson?
Same.
Yeah, they talk about some pretty crazy stuff when it comes to the Bible. That it's kind of more or less people with ignorance and their interpretation of crazy events that took place that
Yeah.
seem alien or otherworldly or almost godly too.
Right.
I don't know how much time we have left to talk about, but
We got as much time as you want, but
It's on the interweb.
look at the aliens. Or not the aliens, I'm sorry.
I
the
want to see
pyramid-
an alien. If
I see.
yeah, I want
I'm
to
gonna
look
tell
at
the
an
story on the
alien.
next show.
Well, the pyramids it should come up in the alien podcast.
It's
as
going
well.
to. And
Yeah.
think about it.
Egyptians, they built them. They
The-
built them.
No, they didn't.
But where
I
did, where
disagree.
did their knowledge come from? Where did their know-how? the techniques that they've used. There are a lot of weird things, and that's why I think that we might have been more civilized a lot longer ago than what the consensus or the academic world would have you believe. I think our society, or not our society, but our species has been advanced for a very long time, and we've probably been getting wiped out by these catastrophic events.
We've been getting dumber.
We've been getting hit by fucking meteors. They hit us all the time. We've watched them hit. Russia recently, one flew over Arizona. Well, no, it landed in Arizona. You guys remember that one?
Oh, dude, now you gotta make me.
Landed in the middle of nowhere. But you have rocks that are just flying through space, 50,000 miles an hour. They're coming in, and they're gonna wipe shit out.
Stephen Hawking, you guys know who he is?
Never heard of.
He just
Never
says
heard
shit
of him.
about Trump.
Who are you talking about?
He wants humanity to leave Earth as soon as possible.
Either that, or we got to figure out a way to observe the space better, so we can somehow intercept.
No, no, it's not because of that.
No, we're overpopulating
That's
this
what he's
place.
saying.
This is an island.
Yep.
And you can use up the resources on any island, and that's what we're doing right now. We're just using them up.
He says we need to get off Earth as soon as possible.
Yeah.
With a troubled climate, ever-growing population, and mounting risk of apocalypse at our own hands,
Self-inflicted.
Hawkins has taken the stance that we'll need a new place to live as soon as 100 years from now. I agree with this guy. Now the 75-year-old scientist is pushing for a return trip to the moon.
Yeah, because Mars is not the answer. Because Mars he says Mars is the answer.
He's saying Mars, and other people are saying he says Mars should be the immediate successor once we've accomplished the moon. So what people are thinking, and I agree with him, you got to go to the moon first because you got to bounce off. Look, you can't go straight to Mars. You got to piggyback shit to get there. So he wants to build colonies on the moon, and then he wants to build colonies.
It's a
on
waypoint.
Mars.
So it's not a one-way trip.
Not a one-way trip.
Yeah.
It's going to take time. So you're going to keep, bouncing off of other fucking places. But there's so many planets in our solar system.
I think the idea is it just helps you get to Mars easier.
Why are we
because there's
building
there's not the same gravitational force on the moon.
Oh, you're exactly
so you
right.
can escape easier. So you can you just like preparation.
Yeah.
Leaving from Earth is a lot harder to do.
Yeah,
You have to have a massive rocket with tons of propellant just to get you
Why
off.
the fuck aren't we building these machines, or are we?
I don't.
We are.
But I don't understand
We're just slow.
what's the great. But Mars is a desolate planet. It has no
Absolutely.
resources.
Absolutely.
I mean, why would we go there?
Biodomes.
Why don't we just fix the shit that's wrong here first?
No, you guys are right, but you got to go to these places because there's so many fucking people.
That's the
Stop
main
fucking.
reason. That's the main reason. Yeah.
Stop fucking.
That's what I'm saying. With an
How hard
island.
is it to fucking stop fucking?
We're gonna go the China
As
route?
long as we keep giving them money for fucking,
That's like
they're gonna
an
keep fucking.
Unalienable right?
You gotta
Am I
cut
saying
these
it right?
people off, dude.
Unalienable right. Is
You
that
gotta
people
cut them
have
off, Chris.
that right
You
to
know,
make kids?
you know what I'm talking about.
Dude, it's not a big deal to
You
not
should have
fucking
to pay.
procreate.
You should have to pay for every kid you have.
Let
you
some
should
people
not get a
fucking
tax
die
break.
off.
I know I don't have kids, and I'm saying this. I don't have kids for a reason. I don't want to pay the price. I don't. I want to enjoy my life while I'm here, and I commend people that have kids.
It's being responsible. If you're gonna have kids, have the right number of kids.
Yeah.
You don't need to have
afford 'em.
6.
You got to afford them.
Exactly. And why is it the people that are not having kids are the more intelligent ones that are deciding, I don't want to have kids right now because I got to get my life together. I got shit to do.
I know.
And it's all it's people, different kinds of people that are making all the babies that aren't the smartest people.
Yeah, I never had the drive
No.
to be a dad.
No, me neither.
Like, if it happened, that's great.
Yeah.
But I
made
just,
sure it didn't happen.
I put myself in positions because there's too many fucking people on this earth.
That's not why I didn't have them. I didn't have them because I don't want the responsibility. I'm going to admit it.
Yeah,
And I'm selfish.
That's a great reason, dude. And that's that. I don't know. You probably, if you would have had a kid, you probably would have been a good dad.
I think I would have.
I was gonna say something horrible.
I know.
but
I
didn't.
I would have fucked him up.
I would have been, but my kid would have hated me.
I don't think so.
Period.
Nah,
But me and
you'd
the
be a
wife
good
can do
dad.
whatever the fuck we want,
That's
Yeah.
nice.
and that's what we do.
Yeah, that's better.
Right? We're
better.
like, let's go on a cruise. A week later, we're on a fucking cruise ship.
Done.
Done. Let's go up north. Let's go to Colorado.
You don't have to have
Colorado.
a high-paying job. Honestly, if you don't have kids, you don't have to have a high-paying job. You can
Yeah.
just
Thank God
work
I-
a shitty job.
Thank God I do. But I mean,
Right.
it's
Same here. Same here. Yeah.
What, you work for NASA now?
Yeah, but they throw copper at you, dude. Just
I got tons of
pennies.
copper.
Yeah, I've got tons of copper too. But I want.
Oh, you mean
I
that
want
type of
that fake.
copper.
I want
I got
that
copper
fake piece
bars.
of paper. That debt. That's what I want.
I got some pennies.
So you work for NASA, really?
No, I don't work for NASA. It's a NASA-funded facility where I
Okay.
work, so they pay for it.
So he works for NASA.
Ixnay, you work for me. I'm your boss.
We have certain projects that we have to work on that are funded by NASA.
Okay.
So, but I'm not like NASA.
Affiliated.
I love
I am
fucking NASA.
affiliated. I could totally put it on a resume.
I feel like we're just segueing right into our alien podcast.
Well, I'm a huge NASA fan. Huge NASA fan.
Let's
I
get
know
into
there's
relationship
corruption.
advice.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to
We
do
got a
right
whole
now.
nother podcast. We can talk about this
Yeah.
stuff. We'll just move into you telling me how to live my life with the
Well, this
ladies.
is exactly what Kyle was talking about earlier about the feminism shit going on. This is advice for women. Never marry a guy who has these 15 habits. This is what these people.
Wait, what?
Yeah, this is what these people are telling these
What
women.
is this? Is an article written by someone?
So number one, narrow-mindedness. Okay, a guy who does not trust you completely will always put restrictions.
That makes sense. The fuck, you can't trust him? Why would you want to be with him?
Okay.
Done.
Yeah.
Number
yeah,
two-
That's a good one.
Number two, the guy hates animals. I agree with that.
Nah, fuck him.
The guy, do you hate animals?
Oh no, absolutely
Yeah.
not.
If you hate animals, I think there's something wrong.
You have no
you have
compassion.
to have a respect for animals.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Number three, the relationship rules mean nothing to him. Are there rules?
This
Why is there
like-
fucking
this
rules? Be an
the
idiot.
most
Is that, like-
obvious stuff right here? This is like
Yeah.
stuff that goes without saying.
But me and my wife have no rules. We love each other.
No,
That's the
I think
rule.
they mean like I'm just gonna fuck whoever I want,
I'll tell you.
and you can't. That's
Ethics.
no rules.
Every relationship has some ground rules, and if the guy keeps on breaking them, it means he has no respect for you or this relationship. If that guy goes off the line again and again, then it indicates he is not worth your time and love. Number four, breaks promises.
Yeah. You got to be a man of your word.
Promises are just like
Have you ever
fucking
broken a
words,
fucking
right?
promise?
It's just you
Be a
just
man
saying
of your
bunch
word.
of
I have.
words.
Yeah, me too. I feel horrible.
I do. I feel
I
as
feel
long
like
as
it's a gut shot.
yeah, as long as you're not a sociopath and you actually feel bad about
Yeah.
it and you make up for it, then I think I think everybody breaks a promise at some point in their life.
I never have.
Oh, get the
No, I'm perfect.
Yeah, that's why I don't make promises because I'm gonna break them.
You promised you wouldn't lie to me,
No,
Gives you secondary treatment.
this is totally obvious stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on, guys.
Well, most of these things are.
Hold on.
Right?
You guys both, Brian and Kyle both have kids. Did you ever feel at one point that you weren't getting attention from your wives anymore because of the kid?
Never. Not once, man.
Not like in a way that I'm jealous or anything, but it's just obvious. Like if she's tending to the kid and not tending to me, I'm not like pissed off about
Because
it
you're a man.
because that's ridiculous.
Now, what about the sex? Like, you used to be able to just rip her fucking clothes off.
Yeah, no, that's definitely
And
declined.
that hurt you.
Yeah, that's definitely declined.
Relations have ceased
Yes,
at
yeah, well,
some
you know,
point.
Why
And
you
now
have to,
they're
like,
slowly picking up.
You got to plan for it now. Yeah.
Wow, Brett Gardner, it's a solo home run the bottom of the ninth to tie the game.
Dude, no one cares.
I
Oh. No.
My buddy Baggies listening there, my buddies. All right, number 6, doesn't have moments of epiphanies.
What?
Say that again.
Say that again.
Doesn't have moments of epiphanies?
Why is that matter?
Doesn't
Yeah,
even make
what the fuck? Why do
sense.
you mean epiphany or something?
Oh my God. it makes-
Is that like, oh shit, I don't want to be with you anymore?
My epiphany?
Here's one. 7, excessive excuses. Quote, I am sorry, but I had more important things to do, and you do not matter to me as much as you think you do.
I think that goes with
Done.
being a man of your word as
Done.
well.
ADOs kick rocks.
Kick him. Keeps the fight alive. Always just walk away. This is my advice. This is somebody's bullshit.
Okay.
If you're fighting with your
Yeah.
wife, stop. No one's gonna win.
If you can.
I don't know if
you
I agree with
can,
that.
I'm agreeing with that.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Say your piece.
Okay.
Let her know how you feel. That's it.
Okay.
Don't drag it out, and if she tries to stab you in your back as you walk away, let her. Okay? And then you just go. And then you ignore her.
That's very zen.
Okay.
Very
Yeah.
zen. And that primal thing in us is fighting.
It's usually
It's
about
it's-
your
it's
ego.
opposite
and-
of zen.
But they hate
Yeah.
when you ignore them.
Yeah.
They fucking hate it.
Yeah.
And you hate when they don't answer you back.
I'm gonna go play guitar.
There
I'm
you
gonna
go.
live My life, man. I'm gonna go play video games.
It's Madden time, baby. Madden 2017.
I got things I can do finally, you know?
Number
I'm
9
down.
kills the conversation.
Oh,
So she wants to come talk to you about something, and you're like, well, okay, I'm watching the game.
I think I'm like that because it's got to be ADD or something like that. But
Do you have
I
ADD?
I don't.
I do.
I don't know if I really believe in that.
I
think-
definitely do.
Do you know how I know I have it? My brother, we were in Vegas. He gave me a fucking Adderall.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, we're gonna get fucking jacked up. We're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, it's
Boom.
legal speed,
I
man.
fell asleep in the keynote chair.
You're not supposed to fall asleep.
No, but that if you have ADD,
Yeah, it's supposed to be an
calm you
actual.
down.
It's supposed to
chemical.
regulate you,
It's supposed to
normalize
calm
you.
down normally.
Yeah.
But if you
How-
don't
well,
have,
here's the thing: if you were on it for a little bit already, you just crashed, because that's what happens. You crashed.
I never took it before that.
No, I mean like if you took it and you already had it in your system
Yeah,
for like an hour, 2 hours, you could have just crashed. And that could be the thing.
it's possible.
Yeah.
But I think I have ADD.
I think everyone has ADD. We're fucking animals.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're not fucking animals.
No, but we
You
should
know,
be.
'cause some people do.
We
Mr.
should be
Fingers?
fucking our wives like we're animals.
Yeah,
Mr.
not-
Fingers.
yeah,
Yeah,
and I do.
Yeah,
I
Mr. Hands,
do.
Mr.
That's
Fingers.
how you gotta do it.
Yeah.
Well, he's dead now for fucking a horse. So fuck him.
Number 10 liar. Yeah, I
These
mean,
are way obvious, dude.
Dude, I think like 5 of these are the same thing.
Yeah.
clingy. Don't be clingy.
Cling is
Yeah.
annoying.
Yeah, come on.
That is
dude. You're a
annoying.
man. Don't cling on to your wife. Look at it. They got a picture of this guy holding on to her leg as she's walking away. Like Jeff Van Gundy biting the fucking Indiana Pacers ankle.
Nothing is more disgusting to a woman than a clingy
Right.
or like somebody that's not confident.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it's just-
12.
A needy
Yeah,
person.
needy.
Hates family.
I don't know.
Dude, this person just likes himself.
13 smokes.
Oh, it's gross.
I gotta agree with
It's
that one.
bad. Immature in his affairs? What the fuck does that even mean?
This is fucking
And
13.
number 15, abusive. I mean,
Oh yeah.
It goes without saying.
I don't know. I think you should be able to take a little bit of a beating.
well,
Yeah.
in bed.
Yeah.
when you're
Just a
having
little
sex,
bit.
When you're
No, I
having
mean
sex.
at any time you should be able to just lay,
Well,
it
you
down,
know,
lay down the
all-
law, man.
Lay
All
it down.
women deserve equal rights and lefts, right, guys?
Yeah, left, right?
Yes.
There you have
Hit me again, Ike, and this time put some stank on it. Stank. All right, you want to do top 5 or night
I'm
court?
obviously joking
top
about
five.
that last one. Yeah.
It's top
This
5.
all goes without saying.
Yeah.
You're
All
good.
right, Brian, man.
Yeah.
It's top 5 time. Let's
Top
go.
5 cars?
We're doing top 5 cars.
All right.
Your favorite cars.
All right, let's start at number 5.
and working your way to climax.
Fucking pod
Giggity. All right, number 5. It was the car I always wanted in high school, never got. The early '90s Toyota Supra.
Oh, the Supras are cool. Fuck
They
yeah,
were really
go
cool,
fast.
man. They were
Wow,
fast.
you're bringing it back, dude. I like it.
Yeah.
Nostalgia.
Number 4. Man, I wanted this so bad. It was almost my first car. Mom wouldn't let me have it. The Ford Lightning.
The fuck is that?
It is a truck.
Yeah.
It's a truck
Oh, it's
with a ridiculous engine in it that makes it go vroom. Yeah, it was.
Souped up 150.
It's a
or something,
dude.
right?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Pretty much, and it's awesome. Number 3 is going with the classic '69 Camaro.
Yeah, it's a beauty.
A classic muscle car. It's awesome. Number 2 is a little different. I had to go with the Ducati Monster, which is
Ducati.
a motorcycle.
Oh, it's not a car, so you're wrong.
Well, hey,
Again
hey,
with
man.
your top 5.
Hey.
We love them, though. so
How about
he
you
can-
buy
Hey,
2
look, you can do
Ducati
whatever-
Monsters and you'll have
put 'em
4
together?
wheels?
All right.
Yeah.
Number
You gotta
1
ghost the other one. Just,
Number 1
Just
is
skip
really
it.
my only new car, and that is my number 1 top favorite. I want it right now. The 2016 Dodge Challenger Hellcat.
The Hellcat. Very nice.
Dodges.
What is that? A
I'm going
tractor?
to roll on in this with
What's that?
What is that? A tractor? No, I'm just kidding. I think
John
there
Deere.
is like something like that, right? There's like a I don't know.
Caterpillar.
Like a souped up
Man.
tractor.
All right, my number 5, 1970 Olds 442. Badass with the fucking souped up supercharger on it. Fucking. All right, so number 4 is a 1969 Nova. The Novas were hot, but that was my
Back then.
favorite one because it was all compact. It was
Yeah.
two-door.
I think my dad might
that
have
the one with, like,
had
the slanted
something
front?
like
My dad
that.
had
Yeah,
it.
the,
It was
Oh, yeah.
mean looking, dude. It was a
the,
mean
the
looking
stick
little
shift
car.
was like on the column for my dad.
3 on the tree.
Nice.
Yeah.
3 on the tree.
Yeah.
3 is going to be the 1969 Camaro. I feel that's the best Camaro.
Nice.
So, and I love that one.
69. You gotta love it.
I got a new one for my number 2. It's the 2017 Chevy Corvette. That motherfucker it's astounding. The
beautiful.
first time I
It's a
saw
beautiful
it,
car.
I had to take a double take. I was like, what am I looking at? It is It's a fucking art.
You almost think it's a Ferrari.
That's your,
You're like,
that's your personal opinion.
It's
And-
beautiful.
And I disagree with you.
And my number one, I would have it today, and I would drive it every day. The 1970 Chevelle.
nice.
There you go.
Chevelle's the fucking best cars.
Solid.
Yeah.
You
Not
know
one-
what? I haven't had one problem
shitty
with
list.
any of your top 5 since the show started.
Well, I
This
stick
guy
to the rules.
said,
Yeah.
Mr. Jackson, I had a problem.
It's 2 top 5s. He does it on purpose, I think.
I'm going to go number 5, Cadillac ATS. I like the ATS.
You like luxury.
Classy.
I do, yeah.
Classy man.
Number
I like
4,
boats.
Lincoln MKZ.
You are classy.
I like
shit,
boats.
Yeah.
Boats are nice.
Number 3, Bentley.
Of course.
Wow.
Handmade.
Number 2, Maserati. Fucking Maserati.
Beautiful.
It's
Pick
worth
one.
it. And number 1, the Rolls Royce. If I won the lottery, I would own all 5 of these. And that's it. No, I wouldn't even own all 5. I'm not an idiot. I'd own the Rolls and I'd own a Maserati. And I'd get the wife something nice.
I get her a Ford.
Whatever she
Get her a Prius.
I'll get her a Ford
Get her
Fiesta.
the Explorer. It's real nice. It's new.
We got Kyle.
Yeah, I
First
got-
top 5 right
I got
here.
a bullshit list. I just realized that. Yeah. I'm gonna switch 2 of them right here, though.
Hey.
I'm gonna start with the Batmobile.
Nice.
I mean, if that thing could be real,
The new Batmobile.
nobody would fuck with me on the road. I'll tell
The
you
new
that.
one or the one in the 1980s?
I'll take any
the
one of them.
69
I'll take
Stingray or
any
whatever?
one of them. Yeah, I could drop like
Corvette?
massive bombs off of the side that shoot Hellfire missiles.
Dude, that new one might be the number 1. That's a fucking. I didn't even think about that.
I mean, is it a real
Oh, from
car,
like
though?
It's a
the
goddamn tank.
the newest one with
Never seen it.
Zack Snyder
What the fuck is that?
direction.
One Direction.
No, like Zack Snyder directed the newest one with Batman and Superman, like that new one.
Is that the mobile you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about like the old one. Michael Keaton was
Yes,
driving
yes, dude, that's the best
He
one.
like blew up that massive factory.
Fuck
he
yeah.
dropped that little tiny.
That one's badass.
Yeah.
That was before its time.
Yeah.
Was NSYNC in that movie?
This is good.
Backstreet
Kyle.
Boys?
This is good.
No,
No.
no,
Which one?
we're not on the right wavelength right now. I
Yeah,
think.
what are you talking about? We're talking about the Michael Keaton fucking Jack Nicholson, the best one ever made.
the
first
Penguin.
Batman.
No, that's 2. That's
Yeah,
with
that's
Christopher Walken.
Dude, there's a lot of Batman.
They're all, but the
Yes.
first one was
And
the
they
best.
started getting successively worse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything does, except fucking,
Yeah.
what's that one?
Money.
The National Lampoon's Vacation gets good along the way.
Yeah, those are some good ones.
Speaking of Batman, did you guys know that Adam West died?
Yeah.
Yeah, rest in peace.
God rest his soul.
Yeah.
Number
Mayor
4.
West.
All right, number 4. I'm gonna go with that Tesla S because I'm trying to be kind of, I hate to use the word green.
Oh,
I guess.
Christ.
But you got that turbo like engine.
it's a good car.
Yeah, electrically
I heard it was
powered
shit.
vehicle.
Dude, it drives itself.
But I heard it was shit.
I don't know.
Like I heard it was breaking down and it was
I heard they had some issues. I've heard they had some issues, but I don't know. Maybe they're
It's a
working
new
on it.
car. They're gonna work out.
yeah,
the bugs.
exactly.
All right, I'm gonna go for number 3, the '68 Mustang that Steve McQueen drove
All right,
in Bullet.
All right.
Only
So-
because as a kid I thought it was cool.
So what's wrong with your list? This is better
Hold
than
on.
all of
Nothing wrong.
I don't know. Then the next one is the DeLorean. The
Oh!
DeLorean, right? Travel in time, dude.
Back to the
Well, you need a
future.
flux capacitor, but you know.
Right, and some trash.
Right.
And trash.
Yeah,
Like
a
lot of
banana
plutonium.
peels, yeah,
Old
cans.
Milwaukee's best porn.
We're all about the DeLorean. Dang.
Yeah.
All of yours have 4 wheels.
Right in the tank.
Yeah. And then honestly, the top would be like a Toyota Tacoma 4x4 pickup.
That's one.
Yeah, because that's what I would use for reals. I would use it everywhere. I'd go camping with it, take it out.
Batmobile everywhere.
I mean, yeah.
You can't drive it to fucking Happy Jack.
Hey, it's practical.
You're gonna
Why
bottom
not?
out.
Plow a
Oh,
fucking
that you know
path.
what? There was the Batmobile, the souped up Batmobile, the one with Christian Bale. That I would not.
That one was badass.
It's badass, but I would not want that one. I just feel like it's too heavy.
It's a tank.
But it was designed to be pretty, I don't know, maneuverable. I don't know. Anyways, I think that was my whole list, right?
No, yeah, that was
Yeah.
good. It was a solid top 5.
I thought because I had a couple of science fiction
No, that's good.
vehicles thrown
That's
in
what we're
there.
looking for here.
Yeah, this was a good top 5.
Yeah. And in the fucking night court, we're gonna do a little night court here. Okay? This dumb fuck. Janet Lee, a St. Louis wig shop owner, won $18 million in 1993. The 52-year-old then went on a philanthropic binge that lost her everything, besides the usual $1 million house and cars, right? That we're all, know that's gonna happen. Lee reportedly donated more than $1 million to Washington University, who doesn't give a fuck about her, where her namesake reading room commemorates the occasion. She reportedly donated $277,000 to Democratic political candidates, earning herself meals with Bill Clinton and Al Gore, who don't give a fuck about her, and even the president of South Korea. She didn't stop there. $30,000 went to the family of a South Korean church pastor who doesn't give a fuck about her.
She really was a philanthropist.
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
Who passed away. The St. Louis Korean American Association received a house from her. Another Korean adoption-related association also benefited. Lee's philanthropy was expensive, but combined with her gambling habit, there's the dark side. She lost
The curse, man. It's the curse.
She lost $347,000 in a single year. Bank loans and credit card debt. It harkened disaster. It harkened disaster.
I love these adjectives.
Yeah.
She filed Chapter 7 bankruptcy in 2001.
I feel like I would do the same thing. I feel like I would just blow it all on
I
cocaine,
award you
strippers.
nothing, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Gavel down.
Devil! Yeah.
Gavel down.
That's it.
There's some dummies out there.
Oh,
dude.
big time. Shout outs.
Well, I got a band.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna throw a band at you. You guys have all heard of Creed.
That was fucking hack.
Greatest band of all time. Yeah.
Yes. Obviously heard of them. And then
I thought they were Pearl Jam for a minute. But whatever.
and then they got rid of their singer and they turned into Alter Bridge.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay.
I did not know that.
A fantastic band. I love him. Now he's got a side project, the guitarist. His it's called Tremonti because that's his last
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
And these guys are
Is it
fucking
Mark?
bad.
Is that his name?
I believe it's Mark Tremonti. Yeah, but their new album is out and it's better than their previous album, which was damn good. Damn good. So the album is called Dust, and then they had one called Cauterize, and then they had one called All I Was. And they're all fucking badass. This guy could play the guitar, like no other. And now he's in two bands. They just released a new album with Alter Bridge, and now he just released this album. Apparently, all he does is fucking play rock.
All right.
So there he goes. That's my band of the day. How about you? You got anybody that you give a shit about?
As far as bands?
Yeah, anybody that people may not know.
Hmm.
Some just throw a little something out there for the people.
Tell you what I like to work out to is someone called Rob Bailey and the Hustle Standard. Check them out. They're kind of a mix between heavy rock and what would you call like DJ kind of music? I don't know what's that even called.
Yeah.
It's not even like it's not techno and like that. It's just like
Poppy?
it's like what a DJ would do. I don't know. Fuck, man.
All right. How about you,
Put me
fat
on the
boy?
spot.
Fucking James Brown.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, no one knows who that is, huh?
Yeah, way to enlighten the people.
People get up, drive your funky soul remix. Check it out.
All right.
Yeah, the guy in that band is like swole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a pussy.
From shredding guitar.
Probably, yeah. Anyone bigger than me is probably a pussy. Most definitely.
Giant
Which is
pussy.
everyone, pretty much.
That's it.
I'm the size of a chimpanzee, but I've also got like the bite and the fight of a chimpanzee. So I don't.
Come on.
Honestly,
Anybody. Who do you listen to every day? You got one band or you got like your
well,
emotions
right
that
now
you
I'm
listen to?
actually listening to this British band, and they're totally funky, and I'd get a lot of heat from dudes, probably.
Are they muzzle?
No, not all. They're called Foals, like Teenage Horse. That's the name of the band. They got some funky riffs. Kind of dig the lyrics. You can totally dance to it. I don't dance.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I don't dance.
You were a folk guy last time.
No, I totally. Yeah, no, I'm diverse, man. Yeah, I listen to a lot of different stuff, except for rap. I can't do rap. I just can't do rap,
Can't do it.
and I can't do country. So
Can't do it either.
yeah.
I can do Willie Nelson.
There's the old school
Johnny
stuff,
Cash.
the cowboy or the outlaw country.
The
I
outlaw
can do
stuff
that.
is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There actually is a country artist right now that I could listen to, Sturgill Simpson.
Sturgill's the best, dude.
Sturgill.
Good
Fucking
shit right
Sturgill's
there,
the
man.
shit.
See, he's not like country. He's
No.
like whatever makes him happy, and then he's got country influences.
Dude, his songs are
Angel.
hilarious.
Yeah, yeah, and it's good. I mean, he's like serious. He's deep
Yeah.
too. He talks about slitting his own wrists and stuff.
Mushrooms and all
Yes,
kinds of, yeah.
he's
Sounds
talking
like
about
a happy guy.
He's
dude.
good.
Yeah.
Well, summertime's here, and I have a recipe. So this is real fast, a little side dish. Watermelon and feta are a beautiful combination that you may not have had before. Now, you can grill your watermelon by slicing it, throw it on the grill, or not grill it. Either way, cube it, throw it in a bowl, take feta cheese, throw that on top of it, mix it up. You can take mint or cilantro. I would not do both. I would just do one and throw that in there and then drizzle it with honey. And you, sir, and ma'am, have got a nice little summer side dish. So
Sounds
stick
good.
that in your pipe and smoke
Sounds
it.
refreshing, but savory.
I would totally go with mint over cilantro.
I
on
would
that
do the
one.
mint.
Yeah.
I would do the mint. And I mean, and that's just the base. If you want to add like avocado or some crazy fucking shit to it, little onions, whatever, that's on you. But it's a nice little base to start out with.
I would like to do one shout out tonight.
Oh, please.
My buddy Jeff Phillips.
Oh,
I want
very
to
good.
shout him out.
Well, shout out to fucking
Good
Jeff
guy,
Phillips.
Jeff Phillips. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
And one day you're gonna wake up dead.
You sure are. Kyle, Brian, thank you very much.
No problem.
We'll have you on next show.
Yeah, your aces. In my
It's
book.
been an honor.
Aliens.
It's been an honor.
And
I'll tell you,
And
the
a
most active
privilege.
person on Instagram is Jen's64 Caddy.
God bless her heart.
She's loving us.
We'll talk to you later.
All right, bye bye.